Hello and welcome back. My name's Kieron Seamons and this is my inky world. And today's question is, what is the most requested drawing on the whole channel? What is that request that comes and comes and comes and comes so often? Well, let's find out, shall we? Okay, so did you guess? Did you guess what is the most popular request? The most popular request is your pets. It's dogs and cats and such like that. And today we're going to be drawing a very special pet for a very special young lady. And the little dog is called Maxi. Maxi is a little dog that plays with my lovely Mr. Miro in the park. And we're going to get on and draw a little Maxi. And we're going to get in and we're going to start off. There's a lot of dogs that we meet in the park. And Maxi is one of them. Maxi is one of those overly bouncy little dogs. And she bounces around, chasing after Mr. Miro. Mr. Miro usually chasing after her. So, we're going to get in and we're going to draw a lovely, bouncy Maxi. And we're going to start off with a nice, fluffy type of dog because she is a very, very kind of fluffy. I can't remember the breed. Is it some kind of one of those something Appos? If you know what I mean. She's one of those kind of mixed dogs, and she has got the super fluffy ears. So I'm going to do some very, very fluffy, excited ears. And everybody loves their dog. I love my Mr. Miro. Mr. Miro is like my best friend in the whole world. He's just... So dogs are very, very, very important. And this young girl has asked me to draw her lovely, bouncy little dog. And she's quite a bouncy little girl. She's got that kind of swagger when she walks, and she really looks like one of those type of super clever kind of kids, you know. So if you're watching, it's for you. It's for you. It's nice to kind of have a drawing of some character, some pet that I know, and Maxi is a regular in my local park. So this should be quite fun. And she's a very kind of very excited dog, you know. Sometimes when she comes into the park she's kind of very nervous and then all of a sudden she kind of explodes into happiness. So this is a special drawing. I would be completely lost without my dog. So I do understand how important dogs can be for people. You know, before I had a dog, I always kind of thought a dog's a dog, right? A dog's a dog, like a dog's a cat or a budgie or something, you know? But no, they're not. Dogs are really, really, really special. Like if I don't feel too good or something, Mr. Miro's there, and he will know straight off. You know, he will come straight up, give me a big cuddle, and you know. So dogs are really amazing because they really catch up with how you're feeling and what kind of mood you are in. And there's little Maxi. So Mr. Miro really can kind of like soak up your mood, you know, if whatever kind of mood you're in, he will know. And if I'm in a really kind of angry mood, he will just go to sleep. And if I'm in a happy, funny mood, he's there jumping around. And he gets very excited, you know, as do people. And he gets very excited when we're going out, when we're going to the park or something. So he's really important to me. And I think actually over time he's become more and more and more important to me. Yeah. He's become a very, very special. Right. Well, I've done the head a lot smaller than what I originally thought I would have done. But that's part of this way of drawing. The way I draw is that I don't really plan it. I kind of think I'm going to draw a dog, and then I draw a dog, but I don't really plan it out. So, and that's part of the fun, you know, part of the beauty of it. And for those people that have donated onto my PayPal, my tip jar, as I like to call it, thank you very much. Thank you very much for all your support for this channel. You do keep this channel ticking along, you know. You do pay for my ink and stuff like that, and I do go through a lot of ink. And as time goes on, ink's getting very expensive too. It's like ridiculously expensive. When I first started out doing this, it was nowhere near the price. So we're gonna get down to a nice fluffy leg. And she does wear a jacket, so maybe I'll kind of... Maxi always wears this little kind of like a vest type of thing. I'm sure it's called a proper name, some kind of fancy name, but it's kind of like a vest, like a kind of waistcoat. I always kind of think it looks lovely. And they kind of I've seen a lot of people using these type of waistcoats for dogs, and they kind of latch on. There's a hook at the back where you hook your lead onto it. I don't think Mr. Miro would like something like that. He just about likes his collar, to be honest. You know, he's very fussy about things. So I wouldn't imagine that Mr. Miro would like too much of a kind of a waistcoat type thing. I got a diamond collar for him, which I'm kind of, now that the sun has come out, I'm really excited to put this diamond collar on for him. And it really fits his character as well, you know. Mr. Miro is kind of like a quite a glamorous little dog. Let's see Maxi's paw coming down there. So here's the kind of vest type of thing here. I'm sure it's got some kind of dimensional straps onto it. And I don't usually do these kind of pet requests, but for this special young lady today I will do so. It'll be a nice quick little sketch. As I have quite a few books that I'm working on at the moment, and it's really getting quite exhausting to do these books. In fact I've got one book that I did. I wrote this book last year, and I've got to this point where I wasn't sure. Because I wasn't sure, I kind of got to the point where I kind of left it on the shelf, you know, and as a creative person, as somebody who writes books and such like that, it's quite a destructive way, because you do write a book and then all of a sudden you don't like the book, and then you kind of put it on the shelf, and then you read it. What is it now? 2 years? Was it a year or 2 years? And then you read it like 2 years later, and you go, "Wow, it's a lovely book. Why? What's wrong with it?" You know, very silly, really. But it's just a very bad habit that artists have. That we kind of are too critical about our own work sometimes. We do kind of get to this kind of divide. That's the little kind of hook that's on the back there. We do kind of get to this point where we draw something, or we write. I'm constantly writing books, and then I decide that I don't like that book, and I don't, you know, there's nothing wrong with the book. It's just my mood, and I kind of go, "Well, I don't like that book. Why did I write that book? Well, how did I write a book so bad?" And you kind of tear yourself apart a little bit, which is very, very bad. But I've been reading through this book, and actually it's a really good book, and I'm already in the middle of Worry Lips 2, as I've told you, but I am starting to think that maybe I could also give myself extra work and get in there and do another book. And sometimes it helps when you're working on a lot of projects, that sometimes it helps for you to have an escape, you know, that you're working on a book but you've got another book in mind. So sometimes when things get too difficult, you can kind of slide across and then work on this book, and then when you get tired and exhausted with that and don't know what to do next, you can kind of jump across and work on the other one. And it has worked out in many cases. It has worked out to be a fantastic way to do things. And in most cases, it's actually very helpful to give yourself a kind of relax. I'm giving her very big kind of fluffy paws here at the moment. And her name. Is Maxi. And like I said, thank you very much for all the donations to the channel and for all your comments as well. I do love getting your comments. I do love to hear from all the different sides of the world. People writing to me from Japan and from Switzerland and from all places. It's amazing. So, and America. Lots of beautiful places. So thank you very much. I do love getting your comments. I do love hearing your thoughts. And I'd love to know what you think of Maxi. There's Maxi there. And we've had almost 20,000 people watching this month. 20,000 this month, and that's just mind-blowing. 20,000 people have been watching these drawings. Now, I did ask this young lady, I did say tell me anything you want and I would draw whatever you want, and she said Maxi. So yeah, we have Maxi with her very bouncy, fluffy tail. Beautiful. And that's Maxi jumping very, very... If that little girl is watching, that young lady, not a little girl, she's a young lady. If that young lady is watching, I hope you like the drawing. Special drawing of Maxi in her little vest. Lovely. And let's put my name down there as well, so you don't forget who drew it. I learned long ago to put my name on my drawings. Back in the Disney days, people would always be very passionate about their own work, and I learned that from people. I learned that everybody likes to say, I did that. And it's a very, very beautiful thing. So if you are drawing with me today, if you are drawing your dog or your pet or whatever, make sure you put your name on it. It's really important. And I do write my name quite differently every time, but that's just about how I feel at the time. Sometimes I do a big O, sometimes I do a small O, or a long R or a short R, and it's just about how I feel. I think the most different is my N. I'm quite different with my N. I do feel my N's are usually quite different. So that is Maxi, who is jumping up in the air. Maybe we'll draw a ball up there. Maxi is jumping up to catch this ball. And there we have a lovely drawing of Maxi. And as usual, we are going to frame it. So it's a special drawing. Let's get a nice brush. That looks like a nice brush. And that's the name there, Maxi. That's my name there. And she's jumping in the air. She's got this very happy feeling to her. It's not dry, so I can't put any colour on it, but she's a lovely golden colour. She's a lovely golden something a poo. Why I can't think, my brain has stopped. We'll call her a Magic-a-Poo. So there you are. That is your drawing today. That is Maxi, the little something-a-poo dog who's jumping around. For the wonderful little girl who's Kirsty's daughter. Thank you for asking. There you are, Maxi. I hope you like it. Tell me all about it. What did you feel? I hope you're happy with today's drawing. There we are. So, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for watching today's sketch. And come back tomorrow and watch something else. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be exciting. Don't forget to send me a comment and subscribe. But I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.